In the given problem, we have to find the ratio in which x-axis dividing the line segment formed with the points 2, minus 3 and 5, 6. So I am taking the 2 points that if I am having the point A here and point B here. Okay. So when you join these two, so it is the line segment. Here, if I take some point P, so it is the point upon the x-axis. Okay. పాయింట్ ఏ ఇచ్చాడు, బి ఇచ్చాడు. ఈ రెండింటిని ఎప్పుడైతే కలుపుతారో మనకు ఏబి లైన్ సెగ్మెంట్ వస్తుంది. ఈ రెండింటిని డివైడ్ చేస్తూ సో పి ఈజ్ ఏ పాయింట్ అపాన్ ది ఎక్స్ యాక్సిస్. సో పాయింట్ పి అనేది అది కూడా కంపల్సరీగా ఎక్స్ యాక్సిస్ మీదనే ఉండాలి. అది ఏ రేషియోలో డివైడ్ చేస్తుంది. సో మనకు రేషియో తెలియదు కాబట్టి వీఆర్ టేకింగ్ m1:m2. ఓకే. నౌ ఐఎమ్ రైటింగ్ ద గివెన్ పాయింట్స్. So given points are, so what are the points there? So 2, minus 3 and point B, that is the 5, 6. Now point on x-axis. So if I take P, therefore it will be x, 0. On x-axis every y coordinate value will be 0. x మీద y value కంపల్సరీగా 0 ఉంటుంది. ఓకే. నౌ p of x, y, x, 0 divides AB. So point P divides AB, that is the line segment, internally in the ratio. What is the ratio? m1:m2. Okay. So point P will divide the AB internally in the ratio m1:m2. Okay. Now what is the section formula there? P of x, y equals to m1x2 plus m2x1 by m1 plus m2, comma m1y2 plus m2y1 by m1 plus m2. But we are having the point P. So what is the point P here? That is the x, 0. Okay. Now here, so it is the x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay. So equals to, I'm writing m1 value, we don't know m1, into x2 value, that is number 5. m2 we don't know. What is the x1 there? 2 by m1 plus m2. Now m1 into y2, so that is the 6 plus m2 into minus 3 whole by m1 plus m2. Okay. Now x, 0 on simplification, 5 into m1 plus 2 m2 by m1 plus m2, comma 6m1 plus into minus 3m2 by m1 plus m2. Okay. On equating the coordinates, so point ఇక్కడ చూడండి x, 0 equals to these two na, therefore I can write x will be equals to, so 5m1 plus 2m2 by m1 plus m2 separate, and 0 will be equals to 6m1 minus 3m2 by m1 plus m2. Okay. So we are equating x coordinate and also y coordinate. Okay. So on transposing 0 into something, Okay, 0 into something, it will be equal to 0. Therefore 6m1 minus 3m2. So I want m1 is to m2 na, so I'm transposing. Okay, 6m1 equals to 3m2. Okay, I can write it as m1 on transposing m1 by m2 equals to 3 by 6. Okay, 6 కాస్త ఇటు వస్తుంది, m2 కాస్త ఇటు వస్తుంది. Okay, therefore m1 by m2 equals to 1 by 2. Okay, it is the ratio. Now we have to substitute m1 and m2 here. So x is equal to 5 into, what is the m1 value? 1. 2 into m2 value 2 by 1 plus 2. So x equals to, so 5 plus 2 2 is 4 by 3. So x will be equals to 9 by 3. That is, x value will be 3. 3 is 9. Therefore x value 3. Now what is the point on x-axis? So point on x-axis, that is p of x comma 0 na, therefore that is 3 comma 0. That's it.